It's a t-shirt. Woo woo. Charlie got on a suit. Suit doing our shoot. Ooh, a shoot doing our suit. Wait, I messed it up.
'Tis the season
to
BTS. That was a good one. I forgot about that.
Y'all should see our list.
You should see our list.
Yeah, admit that too. And Charlie be adding stuff I don't even be knowing. Like today we're gonna watch, I'm gonna be like, what?
I almost want to say the title of that should be BTS Army Hardships.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. Something about the army. Like that sounds like an official army video.
Yeah, yeah. What's up, everybody? I'm Shalfine.
And I'm Trail.
And we are
brothers from another car.
Go ahead and crush that like button, subscribe to the channel, and
turn on notifications. And if this is your first time, don't let it be your last.
We're going to go ahead and react to xCeleste video. This is BTS Army, Introduction to BTS Fans. This has been on the list. I thought we were going to be able to react to this first, but schedules just didn't align and took some time off.
Y'all should see our list.
You should see our list.
Yeah, admit that too. And Charlie be adding stuff I don't even be knowing. Like today we're gonna watch, I'm gonna be like, what? This wasn't here last week.
Yeah, there's a lot. It is a lot. And we'll never catch up. That's also
Which
why
is fine.
Yeah, that's also why we created a few other channels that we have.
Yes, so please be sure to check out Shalfine TV and hashtag Go Game.
Yep.
Subscribe, notifications, like.
All those things. All right, you ready to get into it?
I'm always ready.
All right.
Purple Hood Projects.
Okay. BTS Army.
BTS Army.
BTS Army.
BTS Army.
BTS Army.
Who is the BTS Army? Army was officially established for BTS on July 9, 2013. The meaning of a military army is implied, tying in with the name of BTS, which stands for 방탄소년단, or Korean for Bulletproof Boy Scouts. ARMY is an acronym for Adorable Representative MC for Youth, given to them in hopes that they will raise their voices and stand with BTS in support of the underrepresented values they often address in their work. ARMYs in its early conception and demographic spoke for the youth, walking alongside BTS to block out stereotypes, criticisms, and expectations imposed on adolescents, actively working to defend and preserve the value and ideals of today's youth.
I think that's a key point where she says walking alongside.
Instead of sending them out there.
Yeah, I mean, it's tougher to do by yourself.
And that's the leader thing to do though. Walk beside instead of sending people out.
Yeah. Or walk with, right? Yeah, yeah.
What he said.
Lead from the center.
Yeah. And not be a boss and be like, go do this.
Yeah.
While what initially draws in new fans may be their talent and their catchy melodies, many grow into dedicated armies due to BTS's core values, missions, and social messages, which have been magnets for the diversity of the fandom. BTS is adamant on their stances against bullying, abuse, and the current socio-economic norms. They seek to empower youth and women, promoting mental health, self-love, and self-development. They have inspired many fans to better themselves and be active in fighting against social injustices. ARMY started small, but passionate.
I just want to pause, look at them at 2013.
Super young.
I guess I had heard this wrong. So Jungkook, in American age, started, he was 14. In here, so I'm guessing in this picture he potentially is 14, but he's 15 in Korean age. It's actually harder to tell who's who.
RM is the one with the glasses on.
Yeah.
Never get that wrong.
Well, yeah, Jimin's next to him. Jungkook, I think, has the peace sign. One of them, anyway. Well, that's Suga. That's Jimin for sure. Ain't it hard to tell? Is that Jim? That's Suga. I can tell by his eye. That's got to be V, probably. Who's left? J-Hope? J-Hope look way different, doesn't he? We got to find one of those jerseys, BTS jerseys.
You ain't finding one now. It's over.
Maybe Gold Gang will produce one.
Oh my God, they will. Without the copyright.
much like BTS. However, one stereotype that incessantly follows the fandom is that of screamy, hormonal teenage girls. While amazing young folks are indeed a part of ARMY, and there is absolutely nothing wrong with being a young or passionate person, statistics prove that BTS reaches far beyond its expected demographics. Take a look at this age demographic. 24% are in their 20s, 28% are in their 30s, and 25% are 40 years old and over. Here's a graph from Reuters, who compiled the web traffic for 2020 Map of the Soul tour tickets. Females ages 25 and up made up 46% of web traffic, while 31% were males. ARMYs hail from different countries, backgrounds.
I just want to pause. You know, I'm a numbers guy, and xCeleste just... her point was showing that it's similar between males and females after 25, but the high majority are the 18 to 24, and
right.
it's not as comparable there. So I wanted to just highlight in realistic terms, because when we look at the analytics, both from this channel or even my new channel, it's still 95% women between 18 and 24.
In the comments especially, though, yeah.
Yeah, so it's... I get the point.
This is the educator in Chalfont.
Yeah, sorry. Numbers guy.
Males. ARMYs hail from different countries, backgrounds, ethnicities, ages, creed, and gender. I think it is important to note that there are passionate fans in almost all disciplines and subcultures, most notably in the sports world. I do often wonder why it's socially acceptable for boys and men to show their undying love and support for something they're fanatic about, yet girls and women are so often belittled for their enthusiasm. To help you visualize, take a look at this graph from Research BTS, showing similarities and differences between sport fans and boy band fans. Also, note that old...
Let me, I want to check it out. Since community, screaming fans, makes money, emerge events, intense passion and loyalty, emotional raw. Prevalence of violence. That's true.
I think it's more physical violence, right?
Yeah.
I mean, you and I have talked about it, that men and women are the same in a lot of areas, and research would show that they're equally aggressive, but men show their aggression in different ways than women do. Men's aggression will come out physically, and women's aggression will go out mentally, or I don't want to say gossiply, but it's more talking. It's a little bit different.
Yeah, men is more like a pissing contest, the ego trip.
Yeah.
Like they have to prove something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think she's bringing up a good point. I don't know that she has to make it male versus female, but she can make it the similarities between sporting events and, in
boy band fans.
Yeah.
Without using violence to split us up.
Yeah. Right. I mean, if you showed all that and said prevalence of violence and then had something else like people passing out or something like that, because I'm sure that happens at there's concerts too.
Yeah.
You could probably
balance it out
predict
a little bit.
But it feels nice to be in a position where we can actually watch and react and, I don't want to say critique, but kind of
give our constructive criticism.
Yeah. Push back a little bit.
Not critique.
Yeah.
Between sport fans and boy band fans. Also, note that older fans often have more disposable income. That helps them afford the band's merchandise and concert tickets, and creates an advertising market for the products the band promotes to older consumers.
She brings a good point here, but she's also not talking about the other context, because the people that are at sporting events and football games are not 18 to 24-year-old people.
Yeah, they're not. They're
right?
still that older crowd that she's talking about, though.
Yeah, and the people that are yelling and screaming, I guess the stereotype at a concert would be like a young woman. But those who are yelling and screaming at a football game are older white men.
Yeah.
Right? So that's a little bit different too, I think.
And their dates.
And their dates, yeah.
Because they're really into the sports world.
Right. And one's probably drinking and the other's not.
Mm.
Right.
This is I guess building the case to
to just talking about the unfortunate down view of ARMY or people who are fans of, I guess, boy bands. Yeah, like, I don't get the big deal. But you can also say we've talked about games before, right? You know, where you're like talking to your kids and you're like, why do you watch? How do you watch somebody else play a game
and you
online?
have the game right
why don't you just play the game? And then the kid's like, well, why do you sit and watch football games when you can go outside and play the video game or play the game yourself too? So
what episode? Y'all got to see the episode though, because
episode 3.
Man, that jump was hilarious, man.
Yeah,
like there's no answer for it. Like,
yeah, got him. Clap back from a 4-year-old.
Okay. So go to bed.
But I get xCeleste point though.
I get it though.
Including Samsung phones and Hyundai cars. Their dedication, passion, and organization has helped us support BTS through a myriad of paths, enabling BTS and ARMYs to achieve incredible results such as getting BTS's single Dynamite to debut at #1 on the Billboard Hot 100 and staying in the top spot for 2 consecutive weeks. Only 44 songs in the chart's history have debuted at #1, and only 20 of those songs remained on the top for a second consecutive week. With the success of Dynamite, BTS was recognized by the Recording Academy for their music for the first time, securing them a Grammy nomination for the Best Pop Duo Group Performance, making them the first Korean pop act to ever be nominated under this category. Since then, BTS has achieved 3 #1 debuts on the Billboard Hot 100, with the most recent one being Life Goes On. Unlike their single Dynamite, which was sung in English, Life Goes On was sung in mostly Korean. The day Dynamite dropped, it had a total of 1,700 spins on the US radio, while Life Goes On only had 6 total spins on US radio. This made debuting Life Goes On at #1 even more impressive, not only because of language, but because radio airplay accounts for a large portion of the Hot 100 scores.
What's 17 total spins mean?
1,700?
Oh, it said 1,700?
Yeah,
I thought it said
total spins.
17.
So I guess throughout that 24-hour span, it was played 1,700 times. That's a lot of times, though.
Yeah, I take it and you do 50 states times whatever, you know. 1,700 sounds better than, what was it, 6?
Much better. But then hearing that it only had 6 spins, but still was #1 on the Billboard sounds much more impressive, though.
Yeah, I've heard right now Life Goes On is being used in a lot of TikTok videos, and people are like, oh my god, who is this? Who's singing this? I love them.
They're late.
Yeah, late.
We had already did that.
With the release of Life Goes On and the new album B, BTS topped multiple charts on its release week. Each achievement on this non-exhaustive list is remarkable in its own right, but the true marvel of Life Goes On is this. A largely Korean language song debuted at #1 on the Billboard Hot 100 with virtually no radio play, no remixes, and no bundles. The song's stratospheric debut offers unimpeachable proof of BTS's popularity and the dedication of their fans.
I didn't see fans in that because I wanted to pause that. It sounds like she was building up that all of this is happening because of ARMY.
The ARMY, yeah.
Right? Because how else would it happen if they're not, you know, that first 24 hours after a song's released?
Spinning, doing all that.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Together, they have subverted a Western music industry whose archaic practices are often rooted in racism and xenophobia, and redefined what a Korean pop act can achieve on the US charts. ARMY has also helped BTS set historical records such as the Beatles' 52-year record, Bee Gees' 42-year record, Michael Jackson's 36-year record, Celine Dion's 24-year record, Adele's 5-year record, and more. BTS has sold out multiple.
That's great company. Seeing the names go across the Bee Gees, the Beatles, Michael Jackson, Adele. Man, my bad. Let me go back.
Well, I don't think it showed it there, but to like put it into perspective, things with the Beatles. One of the records they had was they did whatever, it was 3 #1 albums in a year,
Yeah.
and that's the most since the Beatles. Which means the Beatles had more than 3 in a year. And also, that's a time where it probably is all radio spins, right?
Yeah.
And it's all
Oh, yeah.
buying the albums. You know what I mean? That
So there was no other way to get it. You had to get a physical copy of it.
Yeah.
Like the vinyl or cassettes weren't out then.
yeah, and, yeah, 8-track, maybe
Yeah.
not even that. Yeah, that also highlights how
That's crazy.
important, the digital space is now for getting music.
You ever played some Beatles music?
Not really. I don't think.
I haven't, but I think I'm gonna try it out.
Yeah,
I think
it's just
I'm trying
all of it sounds different,
Yeah.
and in the times, it's just like watching an old movie, where you're like, did people really talk like that? But people dress like that for sure.
They did. That's what
Everybody you worked in a warehouse, everything. You always had suits on.
And now look at me.
Yeah, look at us.
We're-
Oh, look at you.
We're in it. So dapper.
5-year record, and more. BTS has sold out multiple stadiums around the world, including 2 nights at the Wembley Stadium in London, which holds 90,000 people, and the concert sold out in just 90 minutes, making BTS the 12th artist to ever sell out the legendary Wembley Stadium. During a time when streaming numbers have increased and traditional album sales have decreased, BTS holds the records for the best-selling physical album of the year and the only act to sell over 500,000 copies in the United States. The album Map of the Soul 7 has sold over 4 million copies worldwide. In 2019, BTS were chosen as endorsement models for Hyundai's Palisade SUV. Hyundai estimated sales to be around 25,000, but had already received 52,000 orders weeks after its announcement, and the numbers kept growing. The demand for the Palisade skyrocketed so rapidly, Hyundai struggled to keep up with demands and was backlogged by 6 to 10 months.
That's crazy.
They're like, welcome to the new Range Rover.
That's crazy.
That's what
man.
happens when it's backlogged like that.
Yeah.
I wonder if they offered some sort of like personalization, or you might know more about the process of cars and
They did.
sales and demand, but
Yeah,
they
no.
definitely. Oh, we're gonna have BTS on. It's gonna be cool.
They
And
know
then
that the sales
and
don't be
Army's
like,
welcome.
give me a Hyundai. Give me a Hyundai. I want a Hyundai too. Give me. I was like, man,
I'll take 3.
I never heard anybody say that.
I know.
But now
Those
it's
new
like,
vehicles look nice though.
They do.
I don't know if you've seen.
They do. I have. Yeah.
There's a few of them.
I find myself looking at cars now. More now because
We drive so much.
yeah, Chrysler.
2020, BTS endorsed luxury massage chair brand Bodyfriend. Their sales increased by 46% from the previous year. In short, ARMY sell out everything the members touch. Unsurprisingly, their purchase power goes beyond BTS merchandise. The fandom once sold out fabric softener and wine.
I gotta pause because I saw a picture on Twitter earlier tonight. I went too far. With that down, it had 4 squares. One was like a straw hat. One was the Downy and other stuff. I didn't get the inside joke, but I just saw Downy, and it must have been some sort of symbolization of this, like what it takes to be ARMY. Like if you're ARMY, you've bought these 4 things probably. I don't know what a straw hat means. Maybe I'm bringing it up and it'll come up later, but if you know, let us know in the comments.
Maybe they can endorse an episode of Brothers from Another Color,
BFAC.
and we can sell out.
Sell out our virtual space.
Yeah, not sell out, like sell out.
Well, you're already a sellout, so.
I'm already that one word.
The fandom once sold out fabric softener and wine. BTS themselves are charitable and are aware of their power and influence. They have been leading by example. ARMYs never straying far from BTS's actions have also taken to show their love and support towards all 7 of the members, but also towards each other and the world around us. While they sell out stadiums and set and break records in the music industry, they've also nurtured a strong and loving community. On Twitter, crops of accounts unusual within a music fandom have been cultivated, such as BTS Army Medical Union, an account made by pre-med medical students and health professional fans who sought to make learning about medical science fun and accessible. Accounts like BTS Army Bar Association, made up of Army lawyers who took on the task to educate the fandom about laws and legal systems. Army Academy, account providing free tutoring services and advice for young people who need that type of support.
That's dope.
Morahe Entertainment, created for Army creative artists and musicians. Army Help Center, who seek to provide an open ear for those who might need it for the sake of mental health. They created resources within the fandom to help keep organized and informed. There was even a project called the Purple Ribbon Project to help protect the members from getting mobbed while traveling through airports around the world. The efforts were seen by the band, and one of the members, V, even took pictures with the purple ribbons that were used. Not only do we help each other, but we also try to help the world around us. One of Army's main charity fan bases, One in an Army, created in 2018, is a collective that acts as a guide in global fundraising initiatives for fans to donate directly to charities. To give you an idea, here's the One in an Army's charity summary map from 2019. In 2019, more than 370 plus charity projects were created in different countries under Army. In 2020, when BTS's concert was cancelled in South Korea due to COVID-19, fans donated their concert ticket refunds to help with relief and prevention efforts.
And you see that it says inspired by Suga. Man, it's one thing to appreciate somebody's music and like their artistry, but then we've talked about it before, like even us, the only reason we're still here, we stumbled upon BTS like in an accident. I think we're like, oh, let's react to this video and see what happens. And then it was like, oh, and then we started watching the documentaries, and it was like,
what kind of people, I think.
Then they align with what you're believing. That's fish, hook, and sinker, right?
That's the most though. Just their views lining up with ours, and
doing
what we would want to do in their position, or trying to do it from our small position.
Yeah.
Very small, likely. This is a big platform for us.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Smaller than Jimin, though. They describe Jimin as little, but
like hawked.
Yeah, we're smaller than Jimin.
Barely.
Yeah.
June of 2020, moved by BTS's statement and show of support to the Black Lives Matter movement, armies all over the world who had already been donating to BLM causes band together and matched BTS's 1 million donation in just one day. BTS never fails to talk very highly of ARMY, and other artists have also added to the praise.
The BTS Army. They're some of the most loyal, positive, and fun fans that you could ever dream of, and I just want to say thank you to all of them. Jimmy.
I'm going to interrupt Jimmy for a second. That Venn diagram that xCeleste was using before with the two circles that overlap to show sports and then to show fanboy or whatever it was.
Boy band.
Boy bands. I said fanboy, but you'd almost need another circle to show who ARMY is. That's not who ARMY is.
Yeah, that's totally different though. Those words wouldn't describe them. It had to be something totally different off the screen to be like, you have sports people, this, and then you have ARMY.
Yeah.
Love you.
The Army are great.
They're the most beautiful human beings.
They're so awesome. Also, they're so poorly represented in culture as these like fangirl, crazy, like mindless, and they're the opposite. They're like intelligent, they're funny, they're tasteful, they're charitable. Like they wanted to say thank you to me for something, and they organized something like charitable in my name.
That's awesome.
And they were like, what should we do for Halsey to say thank you? Like, should we stream her song? Should we this? And they're like, nah, she doesn't care about that stuff.
I didn't even realize that was her.
That's Halsey?
Yeah, I was like, who is that?
I was wondering, like, is that Halsey? Because I didn't know she spoke English.
Oh, you did?
No.
Oh,
I know.
She usually, the pictures I've seen, she usually doesn't look like that.
Yeah.
She looks really good there. She usually, her hair is dyed a different color or something. And she looks
it's down
different.
in the video, ain't it?
Yeah, and I feel like she has like silver blonde hair. But I wonder if she was doing that because
Video.
BTS, dyes her hair all the
She
time.
wanted to match her mic.
Yeah. And it is true. I was going to say, it is true. The word that stood out to me the most was tasteful. With
the fans.
Yeah, with the fans.
The army.
And we see that,
Yeah.
you know, with the comments they post and stuff.
Shout out to y'all. We know y'all tasteful.
To a charity in her name and like organized this whole thing and then like did this like charitable thing for me and they're like, this is our way of saying thanks, Halsey, like thanks. And I was like,
That's spectacular.
and part of me was like, why isn't everyone's fans doing this? Imagine if everyone's fans thanked them by organizing charity in their name.
By helping others.
What a better place this world would be.
And I think Army is just good to people. They see when it's real, and I've been so grateful that effort to just be respectful has been taken in such a beautiful way, because I know that there have been other instances where people haven't been as respectful, which is unfortunate, and it's tough to see that, because you're like, it's not that hard. Just be conscious of who you're working with and give love to those who deserve it. But I feel very grateful that they've just opened me with welcome arms, and it's so good to me. So it's been amazing.
And on top of that, they've developed this global army, this BTS
Who is that?
army.
I can't see him.
That is not just like geeked out fans. Like BTS donated $1 million to Black Lives Matter, and the army was like, "Yo, if they can do it, we can do it." And they came like fans who were already coming out of the pocket to support artists, came out of pocket more to support charity. And this isn't the first time they've done this. This BTS Army charity gives a bunch to philanthropic causes. So as an artist, as a performer, hell man, we have fun. You know, we're doing good stuff. But if we can resonate through the television to you at home, to come out of your pocket to give to a cause, like that's work, man. That's work, and that's purpose, and that's changing the world. You know, like that's impressive. That is impressive.
방탄 팬이나 아미들이 라디오에 노래 좀 틀어달라고
Okay, goosebumps. That's weird.
요청했어요. 오케이, 절대로 그러지 않았습니다. 라고 하는 그 무시와 핍박을 정말 셀 수 없이 당해야만 했었죠. 그런데 팬들은 절대로 거기에 지지 않았습니다. 어떤 무시와 편견이 닥치더라도 끝까지. 왜? 이들의 음악은 정말 훌륭하기 때문에, 사람들을 변화시킬 수 있는 힘이 있기 때문에 널리 전파해야만 한다라는 뭔가 역사적 사명 같은 걸 가지고 있었던 거예요.
I hope that this video has given you valuable insight that armies value positivity and kindness while actively fighting against prejudice, just as BTS does. So despite constant pushback from the music industry, the media, and other fandoms often being discredited, bullied, and stereotyped, BTS and ARMY continue to lift each other up. To learn more about BTS, their personalities, and more, please refer to these websites, apps, and ARMY accounts to stay tuned. If you'd like to learn more about them through my videos, check out This is BTS, BTS's contribution to music, and BTS Hardships. The Purple Hub is also still working on future projects such as a website and more informational videos. Stay tuned.
We're going to need to watch some of those old documentaries again. I say old, but it's been just over 2 months since we first discovered BTS. And
It's been longer. Though.
We watched a lot of those documentary pieces at the very beginning, and because there's so much information coming, a lot was probably lost. I can only imagine.
A lot was lost for sure.
I bet rewatching it would be good, and I don't know if it's worth it to rewatch through a reaction video. You can let us know in the comments, but on the other hand, that's the purpose of me creating that other channel too, is because
so much information.
Well, it is, but rather than just me sitting at home and watching it by myself, I'd rather be able to share that with people who are passionate about the group as well.
So you want to cheat?
Yeah. Cheat? Yeah. Well, I'm going to cheat on him. Yeah. He'd been cheating on me and told me all the time.
One song.
So, yeah. Maybe, you know Ed Sheeran wrote that song?
I think we talked about that.
Yeah.
I think we did.
I almost want to say the title of that should be BTS Army Hardships.
Yeah. That's what I was about to say, something about the army. Like, that sounds like an official army video.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I mean, I guess it is. This is BTS Army introduction. Yeah. But it could be.
You need more
BTS
views.
Army Hardships. Yeah, I was surprised.
You need more views, because it literally is explaining about the tastefulness of you guys and us, since we're a new army.
Yeah.
You know? And how your views are lining up with their views. So the charitable things you've been doing, the not responding to negativity.
I'm glad we were able to finally watch that. Though.
Yeah.
You know, it came out and I was like, oh, let's do it.
What is it? 2 years? 2 years old last year?
A week.
Really?
Yeah, that just came out.
And it only got 48,000? Come on, man. You gotta run it up.
Gotta run it up. Yeah, I think
you gotta learn about the Army, though.
It came out on the 18th. Yeah, that's why I was saying we should watch it. Yeah. So, yeah, because it had the Life Goes On and
great insight. Yeah, I'm tripping. Talking about 2 years ago.
Yeah, well, it's also really late in the evening / morning.
Yeah. So. As usual for us.
Per usual for us. Yeah.
Always running on fumes.
Well, you want to tell them what to do? If you remember, man. If you remember.
It's been so long since we split. So, because you like our video, and I know you do, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, continue to engage, turn on your notifications. Wow. And follow.
Yes. Yeah. And as Jimmy says, you nice. Keep going.
Oh, yeah.